Hey everyone, this is Top Deck King. Welcome to my channel. Today we have Simic Ramp with the new set of Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Since it was a good enough deck last format with D&D, I figured let's add some new cards in there and see how it works out. And let's go test it out and see. Obviously Renin 7 is a powerful card. Memory Deluge is a very strong card. So figured let's add some of those new additions to it, change some cards around and see how strong it would be. And so we're going to give that a try. So thank you for tuning into the channel. Hopefully you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up button, hit the notification as well, so that way you know when I post videos. I post videos 5 to 6 a week, so that way you'll get a heads up on when a new video I post comes out. So don't forget to hit those buttons, that's subscribe, the thumbs up and all that. Check the video description. It has the Aether Hub portable deck list. You can port it there. I also have my Twitch, Twitter. I stream, I think on average, I probably stream maybe 2 to 3 days a week. Not very much. I'm going to try to increase that, but 2 to 3 days a week I'll be streaming. So go ahead and follow me there on Twitch, Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I post the decks on Twitter as well. I also have created a new Discord now. So if you want to join the Discord's going to be there. If you want to ask me for any help, I post the rough draft versions of the decks that I'm fine tuning down the road. I post that there. If you want to ask me for sideboard advice, all that, join the Discord. Hopefully it's brand new. Hopefully it gets a community going. You can ask other people as well eventually. So check this stuff out. Check the description. But let's get into the Simic Ramp deck. So just like the old Simic Ramp deck, where it's kind of the same package, the new cards here are Memory Deluge and Renin 7. I'm also trying to Kazmina in there, Abala, Geed Recovery. As far as that, I don't think anything else is new, but let's get into it really quick. So our mana ramp obviously is 4 Neverwinter, 2 Prosperous Innkeepers, 4 Field Trips, and 4 Cultivators. The Neverwinter is obviously good on turn 1 because you don't usually have a turn 2 effect. And the only other turn 2 effect you have is either Innkeeper, or you could, put this into the Foretell Zone. So having 4 of this is very helpful. You cast this turn 1, turn 2 you activate, get up to 3 mana. On turn 3 play a land into a Cultivator, get up to 5 mana. So very, very, very helpful. So 4 of those. We're giving 2 Innkeepers a try because it's a life gain mechanic, it's a blocker, it creates you the mana ramp. So I'm giving this a try. Obviously I want to get the lands out of my deck, which is why I'm playing 4 Neverwinters and only 2 of these. And then same with so I want to get the lands out of my deck so that way it gets me odds of drawing Epiphany, Cyclone Summoner, Coma easier. So we're running 2 of her, or him, I guess, right? It's yeah, I'm assuming it's a guy. We're running 4 Field Trips. This gives us access to our sideboard here, as well as ramping us some mana, so that's good. I mean, obviously Divide by 0 also gives us access to our sideboard, but the main thing is this grabs a basic on turn 3 and it grabs a card out of it, so it replaces itself by grabbing a card out of the sideboard. 4 Cultivators. This is usually a turn 3 kind of a play. I mean, obviously it's also turn 4, but usually if you hit Neverwinter's a turn 3, but even as a turn 4 play, it's a 3/4 creature that grabs you an untapped land, either forest or island, so that's also good. But he's a 3/4 creature, so against aggro decks, he's a good blocker. He can block effectively without just getting push through. They'll hold some of their creatures back or something like that. So 4 Cultivators. I'm trying out 1 Kazmina here because of Renin 7. So since Renin 7's 0 effect could put all the lands in your hand in play tapped, if I have this guy exiled and put 3 lands into play, I could get 3 triggers on him and then get him bigger, draw cards. So we're trying 1 Kazmina. Worst case scenario, you could cast it as the artifact, and you have Neverwinter and Prosperous Innkeeper as well as Cultivator. You got Outrun tokens, you got Coma tokens, so you can animate it still, and you can start playing lands off the top of their deck, stuff like that. Obviously 4 Divide by Zeros, so you're going to be running 4 Divide by Zeros in this deck. It's a best of 1 deck, so you get access to a counter spell / access to your sideboard, so definitely. So the reason why I'm running Bala Recovery, it's mainly for the recovery side, the return target card from your graveyard back to your hand. So the reason why I'm running this is because of Renin 7. So Renin 7's +1 effect, it grabs all the lands and then throws the rest into the graveyard. So if we throw Outrun's Epiphanies or Cyclone Summoners, Comas, whatever, any of those into the graveyard, this gives us access to get them back. Obviously, you want as many Outruns Epiphanies in your deck as possible so you can keep taking turns. So that's why it doesn't matter if we use the plus effect, because we could grab it back from the sideboard with Bala. So that's why I'm running 2. In worst case scenario, it plays as a land drop. 3 Memory Deluge. I'm loving this card in some of the other decks I've played so far. This card's really good. It's a great addition to this deck since we're ramping instant speed. Look at the top 4, grab 2, or flashback, look at the top 7, grab 2. Easily allows you to get Outruns Epiphanies or Cyclone Summoners. This card's going to be probably very solid MVP card throughout this format. So look out for this card. I think it's going to be one of those big cards for sure. I'm only running 3. I do want to fit 4 in. So if Kasmina doesn't work out very well, I probably end up cutting Kasmina for a 4th one, because it also works with Renin 7. So if you plus, this will go to the discard pile. So you just cast this with a flashback. So it also works with Renin 7. So that's why I want to also run 4. So, but I also run one possible 4 Cyclone Summoners. So we'll see what happens. 2 Renin 7s. I don't really want this as a 4 of. I think 2 is solid. Yes, it creates the treasure tokens. You know, the -8 effect is also very good because it returns all permanents and whatnot. But it's going to be kind of hard to get to that effect in a sense, maybe. But we'll see. But 2 Renin 7s. And then obviously the same, the rest is not anything different. 4 Outruns Epiphanies. We want to be taking turns. 3 Cyclone Summoners. We want to be bouncing all their stuff since we're ramping. We bounce all their stuff. Cast another one, bounce all their stuff, cast another one, bounce all their stuff, etc. 1 Seagate Restoration, so that way we can draw a bunch of cards possibly, and then 2 Comas. This is another win condition here, so nothing special about the lands, Hollow Storm Giant, obviously, and then nothing really special about the sideboard guide, or the sideboard, 1 Pest Summoning in case we need to create 2/1/1s with life, when they die, gain lifelink. It's just kind of like a blocker in case to protect our life a little bit. So, but yeah, there's nothing really special about that. The new cards, like I said, it's Memory Deluge, Renin 7, Kasmina, Bala, Geed Recovery. Other than that, everything's pretty simple. So yeah, let's go give it a try and see how it works. So let's get into the matches and see how it works. At the end of the video, I'll probably, depending on how we play or what cards are good, what cards are not, we'll have some changes at the end of the video. So stick around to the end of the video after the gameplay to see if there's any changes to the deck. So let's get into the matches. All right, we found an opponent. Let's go play some Simic Ramp. Simic Ramp. I get to go first. I guess we'll keep. I have a turn 2 and turn 3 and a possible turn 4 play. It's keepable. It's definitely it's not the worst possible hand. It's not the best possible hand, but are we playing against? Okay, well, if we don't hit another land, then this could be bad. And I'm wondering if we're playing against a Death Touch deck. What's with all these 1-drop Death Touch creatures? So let's put this on blue. Then we'll use a Divide by 0 worst case scenario to go grab a Environmental Science. But let's see what they're doing. All right, yeah, we'll put that back to your hand for now. Grab Environmental. Looks like we're gonna have to play the Environmental. Grab El Gringo. Kind of unfortunate that we had to do it that way, but it is what it is. Toski, ugh, Toski. Then they draw 2 cards. Not good. Oh man. All right. So we'll grab Gring, I guess. Take action. Unfortunately, I have to be doing it this way because I need lands. I mean, I could have divided by 0 this into a another Environmental Science, but I would just attack with everything. The other guy has Death Touch. All right, we'll block there then. There's no reason not to attack with this guy. He has Death Touch. That's kind of odd. All right, let's see. So if I play this as my land drop, if I play that, I can still use that, and I can use this as a chump blocker. All right, let's do that. I could also hold up Divide by 0. I'm going to play Divide by 0, chump block, sack it. This is interesting for sure. Man, they have a full grip too. All right, I think I'm going to do 3, 6. This would be 7. This would be 8, 6. Go to 8 mana or hold this up and use that. Then that would make it 3, 6. That would put me to 7 mana. All right, we'll do that instead. We could grab like a what's it called? Blizzard Brawl. I'm gonna bounce it, but does that really help me is the question. So if I bounce it back, he just recasts it for 1 mana. Could let it go through, but then the dead touch. Alright, we'll bounce it. Well, we'll try to bounce it. Looks like they might have a Snakeskin Veil in their hand, I guess. Possible Snakeskin Veil. Teachings helps me grab a grip of cards again, I guess. Mascot sets up the board. I think I might need Mascot here because I got Deluge. I got Deluge at the moment I could use. Looks like I need some bodies at the moment. All right, swing out with everything. So you get to draw 1 card. Resolves. Oops, pest the blockers. So block here, activate, grab a land, and then you get to draw a card and hit me for 2. We have, what is this, 7 mana. I could technically do this into this, sure, because we're still at 13. I mean, yes, they have, okay, well, they have a lot of stuff now. Oh man, missing that land drop was very unfortunate, but I think maybe I'll use 1 Alrund's Epiphany here to redraw. I'm wondering if I just die is the question. So they animate, let's say they cast this, animate this. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16, huh? We block. It's not dead, I guess, but I guess we could play it safe and just play an Alrund's Epiphany and see what happens. Let's put this on. We have a lot of green, so put this on blue. I'm not going to attack because he could just block with a dead touch creature anyways. So there's no reason to do something. Alright, let's go grab a land, and then we'll have a Memory Deluge. Take action, grab blue. So 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll use Deluge. Obviously, if we could draw the Cyclone Summoner would be nice because it bounces everything back to the, that'd be great. We get to look at the top 4 for a chance. Interesting. Quite interesting that he didn't even animate anything or play anything. Okay, that's fine. Let's go to blockers. Let's block that. Let's block that. Guess we could block that, and we could block that. 4 blockers. They get to draw 2 cards, but we get to kill 3 of their creatures. Resolves. I'm not really sure what that was, but okay. Maybe they're afraid of the whole bounce everything back, so they're not trying to set too much to the board, I guess. Sure. 3, 6, 7, 8. We have 10 mana. Access to 10 mana. Let's see what we can hit. That was very anticlimactic, the top 2 cards. Okay. There he is. There's the guy we're looking for. Alright, let's send everything back to everybody's hand. And unfortunately I can't play the cultivator because oh well. All right. Well, we reset everything, so that's kind of good. But yeah, he had a lot of cheap cost cards, so he can recast all this pretty much. Yep. But we have an Alrund's Epiphany. Too bad this Death Touch is going to get in the way. Sure. Okay, let's see what we could do. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. We have access to 11 mana. Access to 11 mana. I play Alrund's Epiphany. That's 6 of the 11. Gives me another churn. What does another churn do? I play this. I could set up the field, I guess. Let's take action. Let's grab that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8 mana. So grab me another one. I gotta get rid of this Death Touch guy, I guess. I could do another one as well. Take action. Alright, we put 4 creatures to the field. To their 4 creatures. Sure. We could chump block that worst case scenario with a cultivator. Toski, sure. Jasper Sentinel. Upgrade, you got it. They have 4 attackers, so 4 blockers. They don't have great attacks here, so there you go. Like, they don't have great attacks here, so I don't think they could attack. So 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 mana. So I could do 6, 7, 8. So I gotta do this one first, so that way I can start regaining some of my life back. Let's play this. Let's take the extra turn. 2, 4, 5, 6. Let's do this to go grab thin the deck out and grab teachings, so that way we could draw a bunch of cards. We have to draw 3 cards off this. Coma. Okay. We could put this on green. Let's play this guy. Just keep throwing more to the board. I can swing out. He has a Death Touch. He can block this. But I'm gonna swing out since I have an extra turn anyways. So I want to be able to kill at least some of his creatures possibly. And we also have to start doing damage, or otherwise we're not gonna do, you know what I mean? Double block, sure. We'll kill the wolf off since that grabs you cards. Hit you for 3. Okay. So we could play Deluge. Let's look at the top X mana cards. So we want Alrund's Epiphany for sure. And I think we want Bala, because Bala gives us the Cyclone Summoner back. So we'll grab those 2. So 3, 6, 9, 10 mana. I have access to 10 mana. So if I play him... Yeah, let's do that. Put this face down. Let's go to combat. Let's swing out. We're at 13, so we gain a lot of life back. So I can't swing with these guys because Jasper Sentinel. So let's just swing out with these 2. If he wants to double block and kill off some of the dudes, that's fine with us also, because we have to kill off his creature as well. Let's kill the mammoth. Take 3. And go ahead. We also gain another life. I think we got this now. I believe we got this. We'll see what happens. Sure. Toski's forced to attack, so we have Coma for that. All his other creatures also, if they want to attack, by all means. We have blockers. Like I said, Bala grabs us the Cyclone Summoner back. We can bounce everything and do this thing all over again. Sure. Best of blockers. can sack this to get the land out of the deck. That might be worth it. Thins the deck out, gives us better chance to possibly hit a non-land kind of spell. So thin the deck out. Let's draw. Gain another life. Ooh, Renin 7. I think that probably is just game with Renin 7. Well, not necessarily game, but it's going to create us a big... There we go. Good game, opponent. Nice. Alright. Data Punk 2. Let's play. No, I don't get to go first. And... I mean... Technically, I have enough lands in hand. I guess we gotta... Alright, we're gonna try it. If I would have gone first, it would have been definitely better, but, you know, it is what it is. It looks like we're playing against a Snow White deck. Because I could shock this and then use the effects. I don't have to worry about that. But I also don't want to use Bala as my land drop, so hopefully that doesn't happen. Alright, there we go. No attacks, go ahead. Grab the forest, this will be the second island. Blah, 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 blah. 3 divided by zeros. Are we playing against some kind of white angel deck or something? What's going on? You got it. So pass the blockers. Declare 1 block. Activate. Grab a forest. We have a divide by 0. We have a land. We have a second land if needed be. Oh, it's against mono white. Yep. Cyclone Summoner is going to be good. Since I drew Cyclone Summoner, thinking I play Bala here as my land drop, unfortunately, because I still need to be able to ramp. Then I could technically play Ren in 7 and force their attack on Ren. Let's see what we could do. Because we have what, 4? This would be 5. All right, let's bounce this guy back to their hand. Let's grab Environmental Science. That way I can use it to grab a land, worst case scenario. Yep. Sure. So we're going to get hit for 4, 5, 6 here. And grab a land effect. Interesting. They didn't go for a land. Quite interesting. So I could play Ren in 7 and make a 5/5. And then it absorbs some of the attack as well, which is actually kind of fine. So I think that's perfectly fine. Let's do that. So let's create the 5/5 creature. And then either they have to do some kind of removal against it, or they're going to have to do, you know, we could chump block also if we need to. If he decides to only attack with 1 creature. Like, there's a lot of cards, a lot of things we could do here. We're just trying to set up for this. We're 2 mana away, so we can't, you know what I mean? This gains us a little bit of life. Ooh, and he's going to pay. That's a lot of damage. That's going to be a card that we're going to have to bounce down the road. So if he attacks, I'll take that. 3, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, wow, he's going aggro. So I'll pass 2 blockers. So 5, 8, 9, 10. All right. Getting aggressive. Getting aggressive. I only have 1 land in my hand, so that's not going to work. So let's reveal the top cards of my deck. No, we lost 2 Cyclone Summoners. 3. Put this on blue. I can hold a double divide by 0 since technically now I have my land for Cyclone Summoners. So no attacks. I can double bounce, block 1, and take 2. It's not lethal then. Actually, even less than 2 because we're going to definitely bounce this guy. So that way this is only 1. Sure. Sure. Pass to attackers. Alright. Where are you going to put this token on? Okay, sure. And even wizards doesn't look like it. So he's swinging out. Swinging out. All right. So let's bounce this guy back to the hand. This is the guy that we kind of mainly care for. So let's grab. I think we might want to grab. Actually, we could grab Pest Summoning because that gets us enough bodies also. Or not Pest Summoning, Mascot, I'm saying. Okay. So he's swinging out at me. If I block this, I take 5. That's lethal. So pass to blockers. Go block here. Bounce this. And hope that one blocker. And hope they don't have like a. Wait, why is there a pause on their side is the question. I hope they don't have like a random protection spell in this deck. Because if they do, then we just lose. Why are you reading Ren? Or why are you highlighting Ren, as I'm saying? If you have a protection spell, you play it and you win the game. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, you could do damage too, I see. Sure, so we trade. Alright, that's fine with me. Trading is technically fine with me. I'm gonna grab like another Pest Summoning, because this grabs us, gains us life. Sure. Alright. Let's go digging for some lands, I guess. Okay, that's actually good for us, because that was my go. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. He's getting anxious. He's getting very anxious. My go. Getting a little anxious there, eh, opponent? Alright, we got it. Easy. Easy. Alright, Alpha 1. Let's rumble. I get to go first. Oh, this is a keepable hand. Turn 1. Turn 2, use the effect. Turn 3, have a divide by 0. We have Outrun's Epiphany. Now we just gotta draw some gas, some draw power, stuff like that. Divide by 0 grab us teachings, which gives us draw power, so that's also something we can do. But it's a decent hand. Of course, if we draw a bunch of lands, then, you know, obviously it's going to be a dead hand, but we'll see what happens. We shall see. All right, so turn 1. Let's play the Dryad. Let's see what kind of deck we're playing against. What deck are we rumbling against? Ooh. All right. No attacks. Go ahead. That's a decent draw because we are going to be ramping. We're at 4. We're technically at 5 mana now, so. All right. I don't know if it's worth. I mean, I think it's worth blocking because we're going to use the effect anyways. So pass the blockers. Block. We're going to use the effect regardless, so there's no point of taking the 1 point of damage. Who knows down the road? Oh, wow, then they just pass the turn afterwards. And that was a really good draw. Quandrix Cultivator. Take action. So this puts us to 5, 6 mana right off the bat. We foretell this and then play that. What the heck is this guy? When he enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. Reveal Elf, Warrior, Tavar. So we're playing against elves. Elf Areno. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So I can play Innkeeper, hold up, divide by 0. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play Innkeeper, hold up, divide by 0. I don't want to. I mean, I do want to foretell this, but I want to make sure that I can play this. It has menace. If I swing out, all right, let's do some damage. If I foretell this, then I'm gonna have to cast it with the treasure, and I don't want to do that. I want to keep the treasure for Coma, because if we don't draw a land, then we can't cast Coma. So that's the reason why I didn't put Outrun's Epiphany face down, because then it would cost me the treasure. So it looks like we're playing against Golgari Elves. This is the guy that gives them mana, right? Yeah, 3 for, okay. But yeah, so no Outrun's Epiphany, just hold up, divide by 0. And we could grab probably teachings with it. Is it worth bouncing this guy? Nah, I don't think so. We'll save it for this guy. Because he's going to use Jasper Sentinel now to try to cast it. We'll divide it by 0. Go ahead and bounce that back to your hand for now. We'll grab the teachings at the moment. They can attack me for 3. Yep, no blocks. So we drew a land, but I don't want to use that land. I'd rather use the treasure, so I'm just going to cast Coma. And then, let's see, 2, 4, 5, 6. I guess we'll just play that. I don't want to take the damage, I guess. All right. And then we got Elrond's Epiphany. We got life gain back. I think we got this. I believe we got this. I could even technically not cast Elrond's Epiphany, foretell it to play teachings, but we'll see what happens. Let's see what they do first. Of course, they're going to start making a bunch of elves, because whenever it enters the battlefield, you know, but once each turn, so, but they get to start making elves. Then this is going to start tapping for a lot of mana. But they are at 13, so they have that to worry about too. Sure. But I gotta be careful because this guy can generate a lot of treasure then. Well, not a lot of treasure, but a lot of mana. Because how many, like, so he gets 1 for each creature, right? So he could generate 5 mana right there. Field of Ruin. Or what am I saying? Field of Ruin. Field Trip, I should say. So let's go to combat. Let's swing with these and see what happens. If he blocks, he loses creatures. That benefits us. If he doesn't block, we play Elrond's Epiphany. Well, okay. So now that should be game, I guess, almost. Just about. Gain 2 life. Okay. Gain another life. Another coma is not exactly what we're looking for. So go to combat. Swing, 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 swing. I think we're going to swing 6 here. The more creatures that die from their side of the field, the better for us, obviously. So he's going to take 3, 6, 7, 8. Good game. What? Okay. Interesting. Alright. Alright, let's play Fire Farts. Fire Farts. I get to go first. We'll keep this hand. I have a Dryad into, so Forest, Dryad, into the effect, into a Field Trip, and then into a Cyclone Summoner down the road. So with a divide by 0. So that oh, we're playing against control though, so that's kind of unfortunate. Or maybe zombies? Zombies? If it's zombies, I'm loving that. But if it's control, I'm not loving that. Nope, it's probably control then. Alright. Control is bad. Obviously, divide by 0 is great. But they're going to have counter spells against... and those cards are useless. But... Shock, play Memory Deluge. I mean, if they counter this, do I care? I think we're going to play... Okay, let's play this. Grab the Forest. I think I'm going to grab Teachings here. Play this as my land drop. And we'll go from there. We could play Teachings, hold up divide by 0 as long as we draw a land. 2, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5, 6. See if they counter this. Are they going to let me draw 2 cards? They let me draw 2 cards. Okay. We got a bunch of Cyclone Summoners. Coma's being uncounterable is nice, but it also, we have to play it in a turn where we could protect it, because they could just instantly kill it on the same turn they cast it. So, Renin 7, 4, 5, 6. I guess we just have to pass. Play this at instant speed against them, because we're playing against blue-black control here. Fire Farts brought control to best of 1. All right. We could grab this. I wish I would have drew a land technically, but 2, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards. 6 lands. We have 6 lands. So if I play this, I could use the effect. That's 3, and I can also hold up divide by 0. So this and this. So play the land. That's a good. We drew land because we needed the land. Otherwise, we had to discard hand size 3, 6, 7. All right, so we're gonna hold up a divide by 0 here. He's just gonna pump up crawling barons. That's fine. There's nothing we can do about that. Nothing we could do about that. So many cards face down, unfortunately. All right, let's crack it. Keep thinning our deck out. Keep grabbing lands. We can force a counter spell with a Ren here. 5, 8. I can also put this face down. Actually, let's do that. Let's put this face down instead. And then we'll just hold up Memory Deluge here. We also have a double divide by 0 here. Sure. We gotta be careful how we do things. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana we have is 7. I mean, he could easily just go for a straight up OTK against me, so there's that. Because he could just keep pumping and eventually get there. So let's play Deluge. All right. I can grab land and Deluge, I guess. But then wouldn't that make my hand size too big? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go to 9. Because we're going to draw for our turn. 9 cards. I can grab this and Deluge. But then I need a land anyways. So 9 cards. I guess we could grab land and Deluge. We could try playing a card out and see what happens. So let's see if he counters, say, this card. Let's see if he wants to counter this. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I doubt he'll counter this, but we're still going to do it. Force him and see what he does. I'm looking also for the man lands that I have in the deck. That would be nice to draw some of those. 4. Yep, pump it. It's interesting. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, control is probably your worst matchup just because of all the counter spells that they play. And they don't really care about all our ramping that we're doing. So let's grab Alrund's Epiphany and land. So let's play the land. I can force out, so 5, 8. So we have 11 mana. I can play Ren, force out a counter spell. And then I got Elrond's Epiphany face down. We have to discard at the end of our turn currently. Gotta force out some stuff, right? 2, 4, 5, 6. Go to a combat if he animates. Let's do that. Let's see if he wants to animate. Doubt he would, but hey, it's worth a try. Let's see if he wants to counter Ren. See if that's counter material for him. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Looks like it might be a possible counter material for him. Sure, that's fine. We don't care about it. We just need to draw his counter spells out. All right. I think we're just gonna pass. I'm just gonna hold up double divide by 0. Is double divide by 0 even good here? I don't think so, actually. I'm just gonna put one of these face down. Double divide by 0 is not really gonna do me anything because he's just gonna poly pump and just pass. Yeah. Yep. He's just gonna pump and pass. He could pump now, hit me for 10, and put me on a 2-turn clock. But then he's gonna be forced to be almost tapped out. All right. Let's draw. So put this on blue. Let's go to combat. Let's attack. I'm trying to force him to animate the manland here and block. So that way I can then most likely resolve something. Okay. sees where's it gonna leave? Cause what I do know, take the dance. So he does have 2 blue, but this is uncounterable. And we have 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a divide by 0 to protect it. So is it worth divide by 0 to protect it? I wish I would have had one more land though. It would have been nice, but I think I'll wait one more turn here. One more turn. Take action. Let's grab the blue mana, like, since our whole hand's pretty much blue. And I got instant speed this at end step if I need to. But I wanted to have one more mana because I want to be able to have Coma with double divide by 0 at the ready. So that's why. Has 2, 4, 5 cards in his hand. 5 cards in hand, 2 face downs. I'm assuming the 2 face downs are probably another 2 Saw It Comings. Alright, let's force maybe a counterspell with this one. Since it looks at the top 7, no counterspell. Alright, so we're gonna have Field Trip and divide by 0? Sure. Field Trip and divide by okay. Let's do this. Thin the deck out. I guess Mascot would probably be the best bet here, so let's grab Mascot here. We have what, 10 mana open? Get another possible counter spell out of this one. We otherwise have to discard to hand size. I could force it again with an attack. I don't think I want to force it with an attack. Let's do this. I mean, obviously you could just clearly have Blood on the Snow, I guess. But we have divide by 0 technically to hold back some. See what he does. Yep. 2 down. Alright, you're up. Pump it up again. No attacks. 4, 5, 6, 7. He can only pump it once, so that's good for us. So pump it up to 14. Poise the cup. Let's see. So he posts up to 14. 1, 2, 3, 4. That makes it 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it worth countering this? 2, 4, 5. He has 5 cards in his hand. I'm wondering if it's worth countering this. We have what, 14 lands in play. This costs 7. 14, 7. Alright, that's fine. The only part that I don't like about it is the scry effect. 14, 16, 18 is the scry effect. I don't want him to have the scry effect, but that's the only thing I care about. Because I don't care if he dies, the creature dies. It's really him setting up for maybe a possible another counter spell is what I'm worried about. Well, we have Coma, 1 top, 1 bottom. Okay. And he's going to put this up to 14. Yep. So he could take it up to 18 tops. So he could bring us down to 2. Then we could cast like a Cobra. If he does go all out there, Spider, we're going to try to counter this. Force him to use up all his mana here. Yep. Perfect. Perfect. Now we can play Coma into Alrund's Epiphany. He's tapped out. We can even play Cyclone Summoner into Alrund's Epiphany. Either way, I think we're going to just do that one instead. Cyclone Summoner. Bounce everything back to your hand. To Alrund's Epiphany. Into a Coma. Good game, opponent. Hit you for 9. Yep, you tapped out, buddy. That's what happened. I was playing it exactly how to make it so if you tap out, you lose the game. There we go. There we go. Sparta 24. All right, let's see. We have to go first. Yeah, I guess I need a blue source, but hopefully I draw a blue land at least. Definitely need blue land. I mean, this gives me blue regardless because it's environmental science pretty much, but I'm still looking for blue. There we go. Yeah, because that worst case scenario, I'll go grab environmental science with it. Worst case scenario. Yep. Yep. Sparta. Environmental science. Kodak. Yep. Put a counter on Kodak, I'm assuming. Diversify your threat here. Interesting. I would have put it on Kodak, but that's just my opinion. Because there's no reason for this, because obviously I'm just going to do this. Ugh, I was looking for a blue source, but definitely looking for a blue source here. Blue source would have allowed me to play Memory Deluge here instead, but we have what, 5-6 mana, so we could do this and this on the same turn, and then the following turn we go cast a Coma. All right, we're only gonna take possibly 5, maybe a little more, but minimum I guess 5. Oh no! Elite Spellbinder, always, man. Always Elite Spellbinder. Alright, that's unfortunate for us. Let's see what they choose, though. I mean, the hand's pretty solid. I would take... Okay, I would have taken Deluge, but that's a very, very respectable card to take, I guess. Because I'm just going to use this to grab the blue source, and then use that. And then I could just cast Outrun's Epiphany next turn anyways. 2, 4, 5, 6. I could also possibly hit the Cyclone Summoner, so... Redain. Well, we have to play this now then. Definitely. Ugh. Redain! What is in here? Redain. That just messed us up, huh? What does this say again? Let me read Redain. Is it only Snowlands? Yeah, it's only Snowlands. So definitely Outrun's Epiphany. I'm debating if I grab this because it gives me blue anyways. I guess we do. Redain. All right, we need the summoner off the top. We're taking 5, 8, 9 here. I think we might be dead. We might be dead. Ooh, well. So reveal this. 4, 5, 6, 7. We could play this. And then we could play this and use the effect. Redain was brutal. Okay, take action. Grab that. Play that. All right. Yeah, Redain was brutal because we could have casted Redain there, but it is what it is, I guess, you know? Sure. Yep. Well, at least we know their hand's gone, so if we hit Cyclone Summoner, that's probably going to be very good for us, obviously. They can only attack me for 3, 4, 5 right now. So we definitely need... I mean, we get to buy some time with this because we get to take extra turns. But we definitely need a Cyclone Summoner. We're going to go up to 9, go up to 10 mana, so... Yeah, the flyers are easily... Yeah. So we're taking 5. There's no point of attacking with that. It's no point of attacking with Usher. Past the blockers. So block here. Block here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure. Go down to 2. There was no point of attacking with the Usher, honestly. He just kind of gave up just to hit me for an extra damage, I guess. All right. We're gonna just chain some dudes. I can swing in. He blocks. We get to kill 2 of his creatures if he blocks this guy. Otherwise, we do 3 damage. It's a free attack. It's a free attack. We gotta do this again. Let's attack with this again. 6, 9, 10. We can cast now Coma and be sort of safe-ish, I guess, because he has 2 flyers. We have enough blockers in the air. So let's cast Coma now. I'm just going to put this face down. I'm not going to attack with the 3/4 here. I could triple block Redain, single block this guy, and I could block the Indestructible, block there. So we got blockers. We could even single block if we want the Redain, depending on how many attackers he has. Definitely got. Oh wow. So block here, block here, block here. 5 blockers. That looks good enough. So, yep. I guess I could have also sent this to this and try to get rid of this, but gains indestructible. Let's sacrifice this. I don't know what that attack was. I'm not very sure about that. Your 474 opponent? That's kind of interesting. That's kind of interesting. So how much mana do we have? 11. So we could do this. Let's grab this. I'm going to grab Mascot to create more blockers. All right. Let's go to combat. I'm going to swing and swing here. Go ahead. I think we win now, right? Because they only have, like, look what they have in play. Like, I don't see how that wins. We could tap 2 of their creatures down. We have enough blockers. They're at 7. Good game, opponent. Hey everybody, hopefully you guys enjoyed that gameplay. Some of those games were really interesting, especially against that blue-black control deck. You know, I play a lot of control throughout. Because I played Paper Magic for 10 years and whatnot, and Arena for whatever 3 years or 4 years it's been out. So I play a lot of control, and I mean I know how to play around control. And as you guys saw, I was just playing cards to make them counter, putting pressure on them, just ramping up. Eventually they're gonna have to tap out so they can play a threat, and then once they do, you just go off. You just save all your cards that are powerful, keep all the stuff, and then just go off. So that was a very fun interesting match to play. But also we played against a bunch of green snow decks, white snow, whatever, the white aggro deck. We played against a Golgari Elf. So we played against some of the decks. Obviously this is day 2, day 3 or whatever of the new set, so people are just testing things out, but at the same time it looks like a lot of the same decks are still around. White and green snow aggro decks were still legal or played widely in the last format. So I don't know how much Innistrad's going to be changing the format. Obviously it's definitely going to have a lot of good cards for some decks, and it's going to create new archetypes like the werewolf or zombie deck. But it might also be that the old decks might just be still strong enough just to play, and so we'll see how it works. But hopefully, like I said, you guys enjoy that. So let me go into what I changed with the deck. There's only 2 cards we changed. So I cut the Seagate Restoration because most of the time when I drew it, my hand was small already, and so I didn't get to cast it and get a big hand size off it. So I cut that for Glasspool Mimic. The reason why I cut it for Glasspool Mimic, because this can enter as a copy as any card. So if I play this, I could get a Cultivator. Obviously you can't do Como because it's legendary, but the main reason is for Cyclone Summoner. So instead of adding a 4th Cyclone Summoner in the deck, I went ahead and used Glasspool Mimic for that spot. And worst case scenario, this is a land. Best case scenario, it becomes, Cyclone Summoner. It could become a Renin 7 token. It could become Cultivator. So that's why I did that. So I cut the Seagate Restoration for Glasspool Mimic because it's still a land and it could become Cyclone Summoner. There was a couple of games where I did want a fourth Cyclone Summoner, and then there was a lot of games where I did not want a fourth Cyclone Summoner, especially in the mid game. So this is where this kind of bridges the gap. You could play this on, say, turn 5, copy the Cultivator, or you can play this late game and copy the Cyclone Summoner. So one Glasspool Mimic changed for the Seagate Restoration. And then also Kazmina, it was good, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Most of the games, so I played it because of Renin 7, but most of the games when I had it, Renin 7 was already dead, or I already got a lot of lands in play, and Kazmina didn't work. If I played more copies of Kazmina, then yeah, sure, it probably would be better, but there's not really room to add more copies of Kazmina. So what I did was I cut it for Memory Deluge. This card has been insane for all my matches, and I just wanted a fourth copy. This card is powerful. It works with Renin 7 because it mills it, and you can flash it back. You're ramping, it's easy to get 4 mana, so I love this card so far. I think it's going to be one of those cards, like I said in the intro, I think it's going to be one of those cards that is going to be constantly in the format. It is a powerful card for sure, especially because it has the flashback. So unless we get a lot of Exile Graveyard Effect cards, this card is going to see a lot of play. But those are the only two change. Cut Kazmina, Seagate, added a fourth Memory Deluge, and Glasspool Mimic. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the intro, the end of the video, the changes I made. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'd appreciate it greatly. Hit that notification because I post videos constantly. Drop some comments down below. Hit that thumbs up. Thank you for watching, tuning in to my channel. I appreciate it. See you guys on the next video.